Hi, everybody, and welcome back. In our next segment, we're going to be introducing you to 7 systems for scalable success. So fasten your seatbelts. Here we go. Why do we even want to have systems in our real estate businesses? And I want you to look for and create systems that are going to allow you throughout the course of your career, because these will change, especially as technologies and times change. Things are going to get better, stronger, faster to help you be better, stronger, and faster. These systems will allow you to put your business on autopilot. They're going to save you time, and they're also going to allow you to stay in your zone of genius, pursuing activities that are going to support your continued growth in this industry. They're going to allow you to minimize mistakes. And absolutely, we want to look for things that are going to make our lives easier and help us to do our jobs better, minimizing costly, timely mistakes that potentially could be deal killers. Systems also allow us to deliver consistent results to our clients. And the better our consistent results that we deliver to our clients, the more likely they are to refer us, therefore allowing us to build a successful and sustainable real estate business and a career. Ultimately, the object of the game is competence. You'll hear me talk about this again and again and again. Competence leads to confidence, which leads to greater confidence, which leads to greater competence. They are interchangeable and lather, rinse, repeat. The better we can help you look, especially at the early stages of your career, the more likely it is that you are going to destroy the curve and be successful. We've talked about these horrifying statistics that 87% of real estate licensees statistically do not make it to the first 18 months. We are here to help you to create a totally different reality, but that is going to require you doing the work and not just listening to us talk about the work, but you actually doing the work. So that being said, you ready to power up your toolkit? The first thing that we need to make sure that you have access to is the most recent member profile from the National Association of Realtors. Even if you're not a realtor, you still need access to this because this is done on an annual basis. The National Association of Realtors spends tremendous time, energy, effort, and resources to create this baby on an annual basis. It's going to tell you who is buying, where are they buying? What are they buying? In terms of, for years, it was single family residences, and that's still number one, but a lot of millennials, who are our largest buyer pool as of the creation of this video, they don't necessarily want single family residences. As we help you to identify your avatar client, which we're going to talk about in a subsequent episode, you need to know how to reach out to and market to that demographic. We're also going to talk about generational marketing as we move through this entire curriculum as well. So fasten your seatbelts. We got a lot of fun ahead of us. As we begin this exciting journey, we're going to introduce you to several different resources. Like a lot of different resources, because there are so many wonderful things that have been created to help you get further faster. This is a tool that I wish that I had had access to like decades ago, let's be honest. And it is called StrengthsFinder. It is done by the Gallup organization, and in no more than 15 minutes, this amazing little test will tell you your 5 top strengths. One of my first real estate coaches was so wise, and she shared with me, you will never live long enough to make all of the mistakes that there are to make in this industry, and stop trying to perfect your weaknesses. Spend more time on what you are great at, and you will build more confidence and make more money much faster. She wasn't wrong. And I found greater joy and satisfaction by focusing on the things that I was actually already good at, especially when I felt like you may feel like how am I supposed to compete against more experienced agents, and where in the world am I going to find clients? We're going to help you to identify what your strengths are. And this little book will help you do that. You can find it on Audible, but you're going to definitely have to download the accompanying PDF in order to be able to have access to the test. You can also go to www.strengthsfinder, strengths plural, just like the book. And however, you don't want to buy this book used because the valuable part is in the little code in the back. And we don't want you to have that scratched off by someone else who took the test. We want you to be able to take it. I would love to know what your 5 strengths are so that we can use that as part of your profile to help you elevate and up-level your skills and get down the road much, much faster. Okay, my next book recommendation. I warned you I was going to give you a lot of book recommendations, but this is a game changer. It was a game changer for me. It's a game changer for every single one of my coaching clients, and that is to create your miracle morning. I was introduced to this concept by this fabulous little book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. There is a version for real estate. I don't recommend that one yet. Read this one first. This one has some fundamental and foundational principles in it that will allow you to create this habit, that will allow you to enjoy this beautiful piece for a lifetime. I recommend taking some time when you don't have places to be for a few consecutive days in a row and decide what time do you need to get up every day in order to get your core essentials done in the morning. For me, that includes having my morning snack, getting my workout in, and doing my affirmations, and then getting ready for the day. It also, on a great day, will include a really great breakfast after my really hard workout, but sometimes that doesn't happen. It also includes reading from an amazing book that is going to power up my day and fuel my day. And it also includes a few minutes spent with my planner to review my essential roles, responsibilities, and my schedule for the day so nothing gets left behind. This book will absolutely change your real estate business. And I don't say that lightly, because I'm throwing a lot of book recommendations at you, and I recognize that. If you're only going to read one for right now, read this one. Read this one. And it is available on Audible as opposed to Jab, 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 Right Hook. But this one is really going to help you define your morning, creating and crafting the beginning, the foundation of your day so that you can move into your day with intentionality, with strategy, instead of like so many real estate professionals do, constantly running around like chickens with their heads cut off, putting out fires constantly. That's not going to be you, because you are going to plan your day intentionally, strategically, and move through your day far more effortlessly and wind up less fatigued than you otherwise would be. So this is one of my absolute essentials. You'll absolutely love it. The best time to plan your day is the night before. And that's one thing I love about the Clever Fox Planner, is that it allows you to assess your day. What worked today? What didn't work today? What do I need to do tomorrow to make it a better day? And then you also have that opportunity to do that on a weekly basis as well. Going even deeper. What did I learn this week? What made me happy? So yeah, enjoy that Clever Fox Planner video. And again, we are not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. We just know that it works, and it works for real estate professionals. I strongly recommend it to all of my coaching clients, and I hope you love it as well. But the best time to plan your day is the night before. And I could tell you nightmare after nightmare stories of times when I failed to do this, thought that I had my schedule dialed in for the next day, failing to recognize that I had a 6 a.m. flight the next day. That's a problem. So yeah, obviously that would require an adjustment and need to get up even earlier so that I can be out the door and to the airport by 4 a.m. That's the middle of the night, for heaven's sake. Some of my coaching clients do get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That is not me. And you don't have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning in order to be successful as a real estate professional. I do not want you to think that you do. You're going to be like, forget it. Why did I sign up for this nonsense? You do not have to get up that early in order to be successful. What you do need to do is plan tomorrow, tonight, so that you know exactly what needs to be done and you can create the time to do that. We're going to guide you through a series of workshops on how to time block so that you can actually start doing that and building that essential habit for your real estate business. Time blocking allows you to maximize your task completion and engage in the right business activities at the right time. And we're going to take you through some specific exercises where you'll be able to do that and create your own ideal schedule. There are so many things that are going to go into that magical formula so that we can create the ideal business for you. And they include, but are not limited to, prospecting, social media, lead follow-up, returning calls, returning emails, putting out fires, previewing properties, attending inspections and closings. Yay for closings! We love closings. Team meetings, coaching and accountability, and learning. Especially during your first 2 years of real estate, I hope that you will dedicate time to learning. There is so much to learn, and view that as an exciting and joyful opportunity and not as a laborious checklist of things that have to be learned. I hope that you really, truly love and embrace your newly chosen career. Next up is a written business plan. Attached to this module in your manual and also as attached to this episode is your written business plan. It is a business plan that is really comprehensive, and we've created it in order for it to be the roadmap for your year. It is pretty lengthy. We recognize that. And so the object of the game is for you to dedicate time every day for the next 7 days. Time block 1 hour a day for 7 days until you get your business plan all done. And then we will work on it together in our coaching segments. But super, super important that this is your customized business plan. This is your roadmap. It is not my roadmap. Mine will look different from yours. And the more specific and more dialed in you can make this, the more valuable it will be to you. It's going to start off by asking you, what is your one word for this year? And it doesn't matter what month of the year that you are watching this, you can create your own valuable power word anytime during the year. The object of the game behind this word is it's going to remind you exactly where you're going. I'll give you an example. My word for this next year is alignment. And that word has power and significance for me in every decision I make about every coaching client I take on, every video I make, every investment decision I make, every single thing that I do is aligned with my mission, my values, my goals, my dreams, my hopes, my aspirations. Your power word hopefully will do the same thing for you. I've added an additional word to the word alignment, but I will share that with you in a subsequent episode. One additional word to just give that word a little more oomph, but no more than 2 words. No more than 2 words. And that is on page 1 of your new business plan. So make sure you do not skip over this, because only 7% of real estate professionals today have a written business plan. And I can tell you that having a written business plan will absolutely change your life and your business. So, and we've given you the most robust one that we've created just for you. So take the time right now, download it, pull it out, block time out, work on it, and we will spend some time working on it together. Next up is you are going to create both a business and a personal budget. You're going to start with personal. And if you don't like the word budget, I get it. I don't really like the word budget either. My financial advisor calls it a spending plan. But you need to know how much money it takes for you and your family to survive and thrive every month, so that you know how much money you need to be making in your real estate business, whether it's supplementing something else you are doing, or if it is your sole source of income. You need to know exactly how much money you need to make. And because your budget goes hand in hand with your business plan in terms of figuring out what your average sales price is in your marketplace, and then figuring out how many transactions you're going to need in order for you to hit that number. And we can help you to put all of those dynamics together But your budget and your business plan go hand in hand to help create the roadmap for the real estate life that you are working to create. Next up, this, and all of these things seem so overwhelming, but hopefully they won't. This is an easy one as opposed to your business plan and your spending plan, is your phone. Utilizing your outgoing voicemail message as a tool and a resource for you. Please make sure that it is you. It is your voice, that you take your time, that you relax, and that it sounds like you, that you don't sound like you're in a race and you're trying to make it really fast. Hi, this is Cheryl Nolta, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. It needs to be inviting. This is many times their first opportunity to interact with you, especially if they're a referral. Make it good. Make it excited. And even if that's not necessarily naturally in your wheelhouse, make it natural to you, but also make it sound positive and upbeat. Make them happy that they called you. Record it by yourself, free of noise, free of distraction, as many times as you need to until you feel like, you know what? I nailed it. That sounds really good. And that sounds like me. And make sure that once that is done, then you go through your voicemails on a regular basis and you clear them out. Not only are you answering calls as they come in, but then those voicemails take up memory in your phone. So you've got to make sure that you create a plan and a system for clearing out those old voicemail messages so that when people call you, your voicemail box isn't full. As a broker, that was one of my biggest pet peeves for my agents. If I called them and their voicemail box was full, they were lovingly going to get Mama Chew out from me, because you're going to work very, very hard and put in a lot of diligent effort to get people to call you when they are ready to transact. The last thing you want is to communicate to people that you're too busy to serve them and their needs by having your voicemail box full. It's so simple, and yet it's such a big thing in this real estate industry. And the biggest challenge that we have as real estate professionals, and the biggest complaint that the public has about us and that we have about each other, is that we don't return calls. So putting that in your daily plan of when you're going to check your voicemail, when you're going to return calls, is an absolutely essential part of every real estate professional's day. Here we go again. I promised you, you're probably going to hear this again and again and again, but it's so essential. We are trying to help you to learn to surround yourself with people who are going to make you look great. That starts with your broker and everyone on the support staff at your brokerage. Hopefully by now you have chosen a broker and that you have signed on with that broker. And we would love to have that conversation with you. If you have not yet made a decision, anything that we can do to help you vet any of those conversations and help you make the very best decision for you, we are here to help you and serve you in every single way. Recognizing we are not affiliated with any specific brand or brokerage, so we get to cheer for you and love you no matter who you choose to go with, whether you choose to go with a small independent company or a large franchise. No matter who you choose, we are here to help you every step of the way. We talked about the essential tool of you having a CRM, and by now we're starting to give you some practical homework. This module is pretty big and pretty robust in terms of the things that we're asking you to do with your business plan, your personal spending plan, your business spending plan. And the next thing we're just going to put into your head is we want you to start having real estate conversations. Believe it or not, real estate is a contact sport. It is a face-to-face, belly-to-belly business requiring you to actually have real estate conversations with people every day. The challenge that I would like to give to you, hopefully now that you've got your CRM in place, is to have 5 conversations a day, 5 days a week, making it a habit. If you are planning on going out of town or if there's a major holiday, yes, you can double up. But what I don't want you to do is to become overwhelmed. And I don't want you to plow through and have 30 conversations in a day and then not work for the rest of the week. Unless that's the business that you decide works for you. If that works for you, we're here to cheer for you and support you. But ideally, just small incremental habits that you can sustainably create and build upon that are not going to be overwhelming to you. And then adding either the details of that conversation or that person's name, email address, and cell phone number into your CRM so that you can create follow-up reminders for yourself of when they would like to call you back. Absolutely so simple, and yet it's not easy. We know that there are many dynamics of real estate that are simple, but the actual implementation takes time, energy, and a lot of discipline in order to execute. So we're going to be reminding you about this throughout and asking you about how your 5x5 is going, because this will build your business faster than anything else, especially if you're dedicated, diligent, and consistent about it. We talked before about transaction management software, and as we're talking about systems, one of the biggest reasons that you want to use transaction management software, especially if it's provided to you free of charge by your brokerage, is to help you manage deadlines. Our buyers and our sellers are under contractual obligations under that buy-sell agreement, that purchase contract, whatever it's called in your marketplace. That purchase agreement is a legally binding contract, and it's very, very important. One of our essential roles and duties as real estate professionals is to help our clients meet those contractual obligations. Utilizing transaction software that will help you to manage those deadlines will help you in so many ways, especially to avoid costly, embarrassing mistakes where you really should have been a little bit more on top of your game. There are other systems that you can use, like Post-it notes. If you're totally old school, you can go that route. The problem is they fall off and they blow away. You need to create systems that are going to support you and make your life easier and not harder. Other agents set up reminders in their phones, and that's totally fine too. Whatever you use, the best tool is the one you are actually going to use. Just always remember that. That is a fundamental truth. Creating follow-up systems. We're going to talk about this as you utilize your CRM, and we teach you about lead management strategies and how to connect with your past clients and hopefully future clients and all of those in your sphere of influence in your CRM, because statistics show us that you've got to be reaching out to people on a weekly basis in order for you to stay top of mind when people actually want to transact, when they're ready to buy or sell. We are going to give you the tools and the resources to know how to do that in subsequent episodes of our fabulous coaching program. So stay tuned for that. Your CRM will allow you to create so that you don't have to, systems that will allow you to do drip campaigns and create email newsletters, text message autoresponders on yard signs, which is really cool, and also create systems for mailing out greeting cards for significant holidays, the anniversary of when your clients purchase their home, and other key events in people's lives, allowing you to be there on the sidelines and the front lines of people's lives, so that they know that you're not just there for the transaction. They know that you really truly care about them. All right, another key system is delegation. And I think we can all recognize some of us are better at letting go and delegating than others of us. I, for one, have not been great at that in my life until I got to the point where I figured out that I could get a better result and serve my clients better by delegating to someone who actually had that thing in their wheelhouse where maybe I do not. Number one for me was hiring an accountant. Hiring someone to take care of my taxes and do my monthly P&L was game-changing, absolutely life-changing for me. I am a graduate of California Public Schools, and I am officially allergic to math. And so I'm great at making money. I'm absolutely phenomenal at spending money, but actually figuring out that profit and loss statement at the end of the month truly zapped my reason for living. I would rather shave my legs with a cheese grater than do any of that, and especially my taxes. So when you get to the point, we're going to get you to the point where you can hire out the things that are not in your wheelhouse, not in your zone of genius, because the more you can stay in your zone of genius, the better you will be at making money and finding success and joy in this industry. The next thing that I want to encourage you to do when it comes to delegation after hiring an accountant is hiring someone to clean your house. Your money is not made by cleaning your own house. And so even if you love it, I'm going to recommend that you have somebody come in as soon as you can afford it, once a month, and then every other week, and then weekly, stepping into that so that you can focus on what it is you do best in your highest income producing activities. Next, I'm going to recommend that you hire an assistant, and it will be much later in the program that we're going to go through how to go about doing these things. When it comes to hiring an assistant, the skill sets you're looking for, how you're going to go about doing that, the tax ramifications, all of those dynamics we are going to share with you as part of this online coaching program. But we're going to lay the foundation with you a little bit better before we get to that point. We're also going to teach you about hiring a buyer's agent or a showing agent so that you can focus more on taking listings and really spending time doing the things that you love doing the most. Investing in yourself. I'm preaching to the choir. You're already this far into our program with us. We hope that you're loving it. We really want to get your ideas, your suggestions, your feedback on everything you've learned so far and the kinds of things that you are finding valuable. As you invest in yourself, hopefully those investments will pay rich dividends for you and you'll see a very significant and specific return on your investment. That's what we're here to deliver for you, and that's what we want you to get, and nothing else is acceptable. We want you to really truly see your investment pay off. Last but not least, I have a little poem that I would like to read to you that was shared with me by one of my dearest friends, and I absolutely love it. And it goes like this. I am your constant companion. I am your greatest helper or heaviest burden. I will push you onward or drag you down to failure. I am completely at your command. Half the things you do, you might just as well turn over to me, and I will be able to do them quickly and correctly. I am easily managed. You must merely be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I will do it automatically. I am the servant of all great people, and alas, of all failures as well. Those who are failures, I have made failures. I am not a machine, though I work with all of the precision of a machine, plus the intelligence of a human being. You may run me for profit or turn me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I? Give that some thought for a second. Who do you think I am? Drum roll. I am habit. I am habit. As you take all of these systems that we have just taught you in this module, you will lay the foundation for a very, very successful business. The foundation of a building is not the sexiest piece of the building, but if you want to build a high rise and you want to build a real estate business that will be sustainable and bear fruit for you and for your family for years and years to come, you need to take the time now to dig out and build a solid foundation. And if you do, you'll be able to build a skyscraper and not just a little rambler. Your building will be beautiful and tall and majestic. Take the time now, do all of the modules and assignments and homework in your book and attached to this module so that we can help you build a solid and sustainable foundation for a beautiful real estate business. We'll see you at the next module.